Hello, hello. Can you hear me? I'm always worried that the mic isn't working because I might have like switched something off accidentally. Hey, Miko. Good, great. I'm happy that it works. Great. Thanks for letting me know. First timer. How are you doing? How are you guys doing? Is it a busy Friday or a relaxed one? Oh, good. So you have some attention to devote to the stream. So for today, I was thinking of like introducing the characters to you all through like a bit of a filling in a character sheet. I was let me pull this up for a second. So the person right now, this is Nergui. Why is my pencil not working? Because I'm not in Photoshop. So this is Nergui. She's like the main character, but we're currently on the prologue, which has like different characters. So my question to you guys watching is, would you rather get to know like the main character of the whole story, or would you rather get to know the characters that are currently in the comic, which would be these people here? And if you guys don't have a preference, then I am, I think, going to go with like start off with Nergui and then maybe like move on to Red and Blue. Those Sam might be interesting too. The main one. All right, then we'll start with Nergui. So, in case you aren't familiar with Netherrealms at all, the story is about her, and the issue is that, her story is that she has become incredibly dependent on her dad because of her mom passing away like a little over a year before the story starts. Like they have a really codependent relationship, and then a pandemic happens, and I swear I wrote this in like 2016 at the latest. Her dad becomes a victim of the pandemic, and he gets put into like a permanent dream sleep, an REM sleep. And so she has to like suddenly fend for herself, and she's not managing too well. And then she gets pulled into it as well, except she gets pulled into the Netherrealms, which is where the title comes from. And so her struggle is that she really needs to like learn to fend for herself, even though she's actually a pretty high anxiety, low self-confidence kind of person. I'm just gonna like start filling this in and kind of like comment on like her personality, and I have left a box here for like any questions you guys have. So as I'm filling this in, please like let me know if you have any questions about like the story, about her, about the other characters that I just showed, because I'm just happy like to talk about the story to you guys and like show you what it's all about. So let's start off. Intelligence, I would say she's not dumb. Is she really smart? I would say like a little above average. Humor, very average. You know, the stupid thing is like once you like start writing off, because this is like the first story that I ever completed, like fully. I've written stories before. It's just like were always half finished. But like once you start to write stories, you usually like model them on things that you know. So Negri is like actually a character. I would say a caricature of like who I am inside. Let's see. Except I think I am a happier person than she is. Because, you know, if there's no struggle, then there's no story. So, how happy is she? I wouldn't say super unhappy. Maybe she like doesn't know yet how much better her life could be. Anxiety high. Not like OCD I can get out the door high, but she worries a lot about like what she looks like, how she presents to like others, what her dad thinks of her, what her friends thinks of her. Spirituality, I would say like mildly agnostic, which is kind of like ironic since she is the one that ends up in like the Netherrealms with basically like gods of death and dreams and that kind of stuff. So, you know, she becomes heavily involved with kind of spirituality, even though she's not spiritual at all. Patience. I would say she's not like patient with herself. Confidence, 0. It's gonna be like 1 pixel here. Passion, I think she like needs to develop that throughout the story. She doesn't know what to be passionate about like at the start of the story. So she's just like very mellow about a lot of things. And then as she finds like her goal in life, she will become more passionate. She's definitely a nice person, though of course every person has a mean streak. Brave, cowardly. Definitely cowardly at the start of this. Passive violent, oh my gosh, yes. Thoughtful or impulsive? That's an interesting one. I would say she is impulsive on her responses to fear, but like thoughtful. Whoops, there goes my pen. Thoughtful on like what she tries to do for others. So I'll just go like right in the middle. Agreeable, yes. Idealistic or pragmatic? That's a tough one. Like I copied these a lot of these from these 2 templates. So I haven't like I haven't typed them out myself. So a lot of these I haven't like had a chance to think about actually before like filling this in. Which I guess is kind of nice because it makes it more candid, I guess. Is she an idealist? I would say like half-half. Like, I think she would like to be an idealist, but she's too insecure for it. Which also feeds into like being Not completely frugal, but definitely not a big spender. Introverted. Definitely needs time for herself to recharge. And collected. Oh, hey, how about I start with like, oh, whatever. It doesn't really matter. I was gonna say like, how about I start with her physical features. Strength, no, not strong. Dexterous, she's okay. Like, she has to do trust falls later, which is something I'll show you a page actually from like a course that I did before I like started doing the comic for real. This was a course I did like to just run through all the techniques for comic making again, and like in the Netherrealms, one of the ways to like travel between dreams and like the different realms in the Netherrealms is do I have like a marking? Yep, thank you. Is like doing a trust fall. So you know how when you're falling asleep, you sometimes get like that shock where you feel like you're falling right before you fall asleep. So in Netherrealms, that's like a trust fall, which helps you get from one area to another. And you can use any threshold for this. So it could be a portal, like this one, or it could be, why is my, really? Can we get no Control Z? Go away. Or it could be a threshold going from, for example, the plateau into the canyon. And so the first time that she ends up in a safe place is like going through a threshold. So I would say dexterity, okay. She doesn't hurt herself. Health, yeah. Fine, I think. Her dad would be proud of her and say like, you have like your strong Mongolian genes. Energy, I would say high-ish. Lots of biking, of course, because, you know, she's Dutch, so lots of stamina. Oh gosh, beauty. Ugh, what do I think about that? Well, I think she's beautiful. Style, she has not a big sense of style. It's like very minimalist, and she doesn't, you know those capsule wardrobes that people have? I would say that she's definitely a type for that, like having a very minimal type of wardrobe that just like mixes and matches easily with everything. Now beliefs, oh yeah, that's funny. Okay, so higher power, 0. Fate, let's say soulmates. How idealistic is she again? Yeah, not super, I think. Like halfway. Good and evil. She's a very gray world kind of person, I would say. Magic, 0. 1 pixel. Luck. I would say she believes it more in it more than she'd like to. Okay, skills. Perception, 0. No, not 0. 1. She is, I think she views a lot of things like through her own insecure filter. You know, when you're like insecure, you're worried about like, oh, did I say, what did I say? And like, how did they take it? Maybe I said the wrong thing. What do they think about me now? And whatever. Yeah, that's going to be like her all the way. So communication is like, she can like communicate, of course, like, but she's not charismatic, let me put it like that. Persuasion, mediation, yeah. She's probably good at that. Literacy, I would say, pretty good. Creativity, I'm not so sure, actually. I would say 1. Just because she's like afraid to tap into it. Cooking, pretty good, because her dad is a cook. So she like picked up a lot from him, being around him so much. Tech savvy, average. Combat, 0. 1 pixel. Survival, 1 pixel. Nope, that's not gonna work. Stealth, nope. Street smarts, maybe some things she like picked up on. Seduction, Luck. Is she lucky or is she unlucky? I would say half. She's got like some cool, she got like lucky with her parents and friends and like the people surrounding her. But she got like a tough, she gets like thrown to the wolves because, you know, she's like super insecure, and then suddenly she gets like tasked basically with saving the world. So I would say well, she's freaking lucky that she has the people around her that try to help her so much. Handling animals. Well, that's funny because I have not thought about animals in Netherrealms. Even though I love them myself. I would say she's gonna be a dog person like me, honestly. I don't know, is she good with them though? Maybe average. Pacifying children, not bad, not great. Okay, now the interesting parts. Big spoon or little spoon? Definitely little spoon. Lends clothes or borrows clothes? Neither, I would say, 'cause she's like worried about like giving them back. But then also if she borrows them or if she lends them, then she's gonna be like, oh, when am I getting back? I don't have the thing. And what if I like want to wear it and I don't have it? Oh, introvert. Yep, that's a double one. Fiction through words or actions. I would say words. Mostly. Confesses first. Yeah, she cannot keep a secret. She cannot keep a secret. Neutral on bugs, I think. She's not squeamish, I think. Just like insecure. Drives the car, can't drive. I think. Yeah. Because she's. So the story is set in. I used to call it Antwerp. I'm kind of like as a mix of because I'm from Utrecht myself, which is a city in the middle of the Netherlands, and it's not really Utrecht, but it kind of is. Like I'm modeling it after it, and I think like Antwerp is like a really awkward. What's it called? Awkward name. I'm just thinking out loud. And so it's set there, and honestly, like you cannot in the Netherlands like have a car in the inner streets of Utrecht or Amsterdam. Like you can, but it is a hassle. There is no parking space. The streets are like, you know, if these are the houses, you know, because it's gonna be like, it's like all the thin ones, right? Because there's like canals and stuff, and like if this is the canal, then seriously, these are the houses and these are the streets. Like, and then there's like walkways and what's it called? Like the ones that protect, like the poles that protect pedestrians from getting hit and stuff. And so this is the space for your car. So a lot of people in the inner cities, like they don't drive much. Also because you don't need to, because like public transport is right there. But I would say she is not a good driver just because she hasn't practiced a lot. Makes dinner, sure. But like her dad takes over. So I would say like if she's forced to, she would be able to make dinner. No, maybe she can't cook. It's funny because I'm thinking like, oh, maybe she picked up some stuff from her dad, but maybe he's like so like taking over that she has no idea how to do the cooking, and it just like relies on him. I think that fits. That's more suitable. Kind of funny how you can come to different conclusions. I'm gonna say, yeah, even less. Bye. PDA, nope. Too insecure for that. And I would say in the middle for this. And 0 relationship experience. Well, that's 0, but not a lot, I would say. All right, so that's her job. See, this is like such a small, like her job. She doesn't have a career, and at like the start of the story. Hold on, let me like pull up my script. At the start of the story, I envision her like having that job where it's like a temporary thing that like turned into a permanent thing, and what did I I'm wondering what I filled in for that. Well, it's gonna be something like working at a call center or whatever. Question mark, question mark. So honestly, it's not that the exact job she does. I don't feel like it matters that much for the story. I think. Even though I have like a very clear idea of what her dad does, which is funny. All right, so this is the sheet for Nergui. My question to you is, are you curious about like anything else about her? Hey, I just noticed like that I'm not getting a butt in here again. He is a mod. Weird. All right, so if you guys don't have any questions, then I will move on to Red, which is like the dog guy. Whoops. Do need to save this though. Hold on, there we go. All right, going for Red. Now the question is, do I, no, I don't. This is the only, except if I take, nah, this is probably his best picture. This is his best side. I saved it as, yes, I did. No, go away. Let me add in the picture, because then we know who we're talking about. Could have prepared this. I did not, so bear with me, please. Just selecting this so I can mask it out real quick. Oops. Whoops, no, not the mask, the image. There we go. This guy, he is not called Nergui, obviously. Yes, how about I turn on my oops, let's off you go, by Nergui. We're on to Red now. Now let's see, this guy is about, I would say at least 40,000 years old. 40,000 plus. Because I have a character in here, a human character, she's called Zara. She's Denisovan, which is a variant of human, so it's not Homo sapiens, but it's Homo Denisova, off the top of my head. And she's like 30,000 years old, so he's got to be older. If not older than 40K, Red. His job is, what shall we call it? Angel of Death. So I don't know if you guys have read the comic yet. If not, I will, hold on, let me real quick. I have like started uploading it to Tapas and Global Comics for like easy reading. And I should have these bookmarked, but I don't. Anyway, if you want to, you can read it here. there are 9 pages. I'm like uploading them. I've uploaded 1 to 4 for now. The other ones are like going up one a week to just like, because I'm working on the next what's it called, installment of pages, like the next scene, as we speak. So I'm just like giving myself some time to finish that scene before like posting all the pages on you know, a website, and then like diving right into a hiatus again. But you can read it there. So in the scene that I have up there already, Red and his brother Blue, they are actually like coming to pick up Sam, because he's about to die, and there's nothing they can do about that. But because they cannot interact with like the real world, or the real world, our Earth. Let me pull up these pages here to just show you. See, so like here he's like about to walk into the road, looking at his phone, like an idiot, about to get hit by a bus, and suddenly he's not, which is where Red and Blue come in. And as like angels of death, they give him one more wish to like wrap up his life before like sending him on to the afterlife, and in exchange they want like the use of his body. Now Sam manages to like negotiate something else out of it, but this is basically how they're introduced to each other. So Red, being the angel of death, can do nothing on Earth except for like stop time, but he can't like physically interact with it, as you can see in this page, where he just like gets not run over by a bus, even though it goes straight for him. I would say these are highly intelligent creatures, just because they've been around so long, have been able to see a lot, like a lot. Which is weird. Like, I would say these creatures, especially like his brother Blue, you know how in D&D you have like wisdom and intelligence? I would say these are definitely like intelligent creatures, but not wise ones in general. Though I do think that Red is pretty wise compared to the other Netherrealms natives, who are like super out of touch. And he is actually the one who is able to like make connections with humans on a more human level, basically. I would also say like he's a pretty, he doesn't look it, like he looks super threatening, but he likes to like joke around. Like there's not a lot of consequences in life for him, of course, so he gets to do whatever. Hold on, humor, yes, which is like a challenge for me to write, because I don't really feel like I'm a super humorous person. So I'm like, how the hell do I write a funny character? There's always like a bit of an edge, of course, because, you know, he knows what the stakes are. So there's like some worry in him. Now, funnily enough, I don't know if he's like a very spiritual person per se, just because like spirituality is his reality. So I'm not sure how I would classify that. Patience. He's like the type of, you know, those types of people where you can like prod them and go on and on and on, and then all of a sudden it snaps, and then you've really done it. That's Red. That's like you can do a lot, and then once Once he gets angry, then he gets really angry, and you want to like get out of the way. He's like confident and passionate. Yeah, that's he and his brother are, you know, it's fun to write, of course, but they're like opposites, polar opposites, which makes it like really easy for them to be like good cop, bad cop. It's pretty nice. Also brave. Yep. I would say he's in the middle of like pacifist and violent. Hold on, let me. This is kind of fun, maybe, to like see the contrast between the characters. So let me. Oh wait. Okay, wait. Where is she? There she is. You go here, you go there. I'll do them top to bottom. Yep, works. All right, my computer is telling me it's time for a break. So I will take a break to spare my arms and my neck. And then I will be back, in like 5 minutes. If you have any questions in the meantime, please let me know, because it's a bit weird to like be talking to myself the whole time. So please ask any questions that you want. All right, I'll be right back. All right, getting back into this. Definitely an impulsive person. Agreeable or contrary? I wanted to give myself a bit more space so I can see the portrait too, or so I can show the portrait too. I would say more on the agreeable side. Halfsies on the agreeable, pragmatic. Like, he wants things to go like people want them to go, but if it doesn't work out, then he will definitely step in and like make sure shit gets done. If Red ever worked with money, then he would probably be a big spender. Extroverted, yes. And pretty wild. Super wild? Nah. He has a responsible side. That's what you get with being like 40k years old. Higher power, definitely. Destiny, yep. Because he sees it on a daily basis. Magic, again, sees it on a daily basis. Soulmates. I would say would like to, but isn't convinced. Good and evil, definitely. I think he's a relatively black and white person, I would say. Does he believe in luck? No, because he believes in destiny. Is believing in destiny the same as believing in luck? I'm not sure. Okay, strong guy. Super tall, as you saw. He's about like 2 heads higher than Sam, who's already not a terribly small person, being Dutch. Dexterous, yes. Like, they're superhuman, so, you know. Health, they don't get sick, they don't die, so, you know. There are ways that you can kill natives, but it's not easy for us humans. Energy, infinite. Beauty, he probably thinks. He is incredibly beautiful himself. And has an amazing style. Let's see, is he? Yes, he is a perceptive guy. Pretty good at communication. Better than his brother, like, who has no communication skills. Persuasive guy. He's like charismatic. Mediation. Well, that's also his daily job, so I would say pretty good. But still, like, people are like kind of like, what the fuck is happening? Of course. Literate, yes. Creative. I would say like halfsies. Because he has to, like, he's been doing the same job for 40,000 years, so I'm not sure. On the one hand, you can, like, approach that by trying to be creative with everything you do. On the other hand, you can, like, get in a rut and think, like, okay, here we go again. Cooking, 0. Just like tech savvy, 0. They don't know what that is. They don't care. It's fleeting anyway. Combat, yes. Strong guy, dexterous guy. Survival, well, you know, he's had 40,000 years, so. Stealth. Have you seen that they have no feet? And they don't interact with the world. So, yes, they will be stealthy. Street smarts. I would say he has like more street smarts than his brother. Like paying attention to humans for a little bit. Kind of like knowing what makes them tick. But still, he's still from another world, like. Seduction. I don't know how seductive you are when there's like a 2 meter 50 tall dog standing in front of you. Is he lucky? Maybe? Handling animals. He doesn't interact with them. So I would say 0, 0. No, because if kids, he'll probably be pretty good at that because, you know, he needs to like bring them somewhere. Wouldn't it be the same though with animals? They get them? Probably. Alright, he would definitely be a big spoon. Does nothing with clothes because that's the only thing he wears. But if he did do them, he would probably lend them a lot, never give them back. Extroverted. I think he would be like an affectionate person, but like both. Through both. Confesses first, yeah, definitely. Squashes bugs. Can't drive, obviously. Look at him. Can't cook. Cannot cook. Would probably love PDA. I would say he'd be pretty chill, like not worried. He knows too much experience in life. No relationship experience. Yeah, no relationship experience. All right. Then I'll do like his brother, and then I will, I think, sketch a portrait for Nergui to put in her character sheet. Like a color one. Oh, I might try doing like a, converting that one to, no, that's too, I'm not sure if I can handle that on stream, guys. Trying out something new on stream, that's too scary. All right, red and blue go up here. Actually, do blue here. There we go. Just trying to get everything in there while it's still visible, but like being able to see the other stuff. How about like this? I'm a lefty, so anything I need to see needs to be like on the right. It's a tiny bit smaller. There we go. All right, blue, let's figure you out. Definitely intelligent. Happy is not a happy person. Definitely more spiritual. Humor, 0. Not an anxious person. Seen too much. 0 patience. Actually, he has like patience for like events, but not for people. Yeah, let's give that 2 dots. Confidence. Up the wazoo. Passion, not that much. A little mean. I would say more on the cowardly side. Like self-preservation. That's important to him. Pacifistic. Yep. Thoughtful, definitely. Contrary, pretty much. Pragmatic. Way more pragmatic than his brother. If they dealt with money, he would be the frugal one. Introverted, yes. Very collected, yes. Obviously believes in higher power because he is one. Fate and destiny, yes. They've been dealing with it for 40,000 years. Soulmates, no, not really. Maybe an inkling. Good and evil, yeah, he's like definitely a black and white kind of person. Luck, maybe he thinks like everybody's like unlucky for existing. Okay. Definitely strong, dexterous, healthy. Yep. Because, you know, they've been going at it for so long. Oh wait, style and beauty. Hold on. I need to not go too fast. I think the more interesting question would be like, do they think they're beautiful? I think Blue would think he's pretty good looking. And style, I think he's pretty stylish, but I don't think he's too bothered. Super perceptive, because he's an owl. 0 communication skills. He's a blunt one. No persuasion skills, that's what his brother is for. Mediation, I would say like half C's. Because he is able to make some good points. Where you're like, okay, I don't like to hear it, but I guess you have a point. 0 creativity. No cooking, nope. No tech, doesn't bother. Combat, I would say he's a little worse off than his brother. Probably. Because it goes, like, avoids it. Again, no feet. No interaction with the real world. Street smarts, meh. Zero seduction, I'm just gonna leave that empty. Luck. Half a point maybe? Like not nothing, but not a lucky guy, I think. Animals, I feel like you would be better with animals than children. Children would just be freaked out by him. I don't think he would do spooning. Just fall off with your spooning. No linen clothes. Kind of like he and Nergui can like shake hands on that, basically. Like, no, my clothes are mine and your clothes are yours. Definitely an affection through words person. Waits for a confession. Squashes bugs, definitely. Does not bother driving. Can't cook. Dislikes PDA, definitely. In a relationship, I feel like he would be pretty chill, not overprotective, but no relationship experience. All right. That's them. So if you guys don't have any questions about the characters, then I will move on to like sketching a portrait of Nergui, I think. Whoops, there's all my stuff that I'm working on. A3. All right, so the first thing I do with like any kind of illustration is like look up some reference, unless I'm like sketching for, you know, like in front of the TV or whatever, but doing something like this, I would definitely look some stuff up before getting down to business. Which is when I go to like my Pinterest board full of inspiration. I'll link it for you. So you can have a look if you're interested. But that's where I like save all the stuff that I find beautiful or interesting. Just looking for some reference on like lighting. I'll show you what I'm collecting. There's a few portraits in here that I just like love. Actually, I also like have a list of things I still want to draw. Let me see if I can pick something from there to So many ideas. So hard to pick. Oh yeah. So this is obviously AI generated. I did save it though because I think like the colors are beautiful. I'm wondering where they came from. Just trying to find a nice idea to work with. Yeah, I guess I'll just go with a portrait for now. Let's see what else is there. Kind of like this bloom in here. You know, as you're like collecting things, you can kind of start to see like, oh, okay, what am I gravitating towards? What do I want to evoke? I guess we'll start with this and go from there. Let me make a folder for a second to like save all my stuff. Portrait. And I will also save this right away so I don't forget. Save. Come on, save. There we go. Today is the 25th. Let's see if I can, we'll put this on top always. Where is that setting? Lock window, bring image to front. Default window mode. Where is it? Mode. Always on top. There we go. This is also like why it's so important for, like, if you're looking for work yourself, to always have your images watermarked, because people will like be pulling it off onto like their computer or whatever, and then they won't like see your name anymore on the thing, which just kind of sucks. I need to pull up some extra Nergui reference stuff. Yeah, there we go. Let me start with her face first. And remember, if you have any questions, just like drop it in the chat, because I'm here to talk to you guys, not just be here sitting doing my thing, talking to myself. Oh, hey, Alexi. Nice to meet you. So you, like, when did you see my art for the first time? Like 2 seconds ago, or like a week ago, and you just hopped on the stream? Oh, okay. So it's not like extremely new to you what I'm doing here. At least, like, I'm not doing anything really different from other artists I I take it, but nice of you to drop by. Yeah, exactly. So Netherrealms is my personal project. It's like a graphic novel. My first sketches are from like 2012, and so that's like 10 years this year. 10 years old. And I took like 2 months off of work, like when I was still working as like an employee in 2016, and I went to like some conventions and like a what's it called, a story writing conference, to like learn how to write stories. And so I finished like the first draft of Netherrealms at that point. And it's been like kind of like sitting on a shelf for a couple of years, while I was like, I don't know, doing other stuff. Like I was dabbling at this, but never really started working on it really seriously until like 2019, when I started doing like monthly illustrations. So I have like about like 20 illustrations up right now on, I'll show you, hold on, netherrealmsart.com/all. So you can just like get an idea of what the project's about. So that's the website, funded by my lovely patrons, and it has like an overview of all the illustrations that I've made like so far. I started with like doing all the illustrations, and then earlier this year I decided to actually make the like draw the graphic novel that it was intended to be. I started doing like the illustrations because I was like building out an illustration portfolio still. So I I wanted to like combine telling my story with like making new portfolio pieces, which is why I started like doing the illustrations. But now it's kind of like started to lead a life of its own, in the sense that I really want to like start telling the story instead of just like making portfolio pieces all the time. Because I still feel like it's a pretty cool story. I like reread the whole script because I was like putting it into chapters a while ago, and I was like, yeah, okay, I did a pretty good job at like writing this. So yeah, I really want to like tell that story and start telling it, and I think other people might be interested in it too. So that's why I'm here, like working on it, to just also like give people some insight into what I'm doing, how I work. Also because I really like talking about like Netherrealms, but also like my process and how I approach things as an artist. I take it that I'm assuming that you're an artist as well? Cool. So what kind of stuff do you do? Is it like fantasy art or other stuff? Do you have like your own personal project that you have in mind to like work on one day when you have the time. Sure. Hey, Nika. Nice of you to join. How's it going? I think you've been busy the past few days, haven't you? Where's my old faithful? There he is. Good. I mean, it's good to like take some time for yourself. I've been like pretty overwhelmed with like all the social media stuff, honestly. I was talking about it with Lois yesterday. Like that it's still like a lot like on my mind what to do with all that stuff. Not sure how to handle it. Not sure how to handle Netherrealms and like how to promote it and stuff. But yeah, started the stream, did the character sheets. Hold on, let me show you. Yeah, exactly. It was last week was like constant, like, oh, I need to post there. Oh, I need to post there. Oh, I also need to post there. Let me not forget this, which kind of like sucked. Just because like there was so much time that I wanted to spend drawing that I didn't because I was so busy like posting everywhere, and it was taking me longer than I expected. Oh, really? Did you like get a like a chance to actually, I don't know, play Pokemon or whatever? Relax, watch the newest Netflix series, or just relax. Go to the beach. Did you go to the beach? Yeah. I just started watching Wednesday this afternoon, so don't spoil anything because I just started. But it's I find it surprisingly fun, honestly. Yeah, it's interesting. Like I'm not even like through the first episode yet, so there's not a lot for me to say, but it's yeah, it's fun. I like the vibe. But yeah, I was saying yesterday, like, I'll be glad when the um, when the Patreon campaign is over, just because like I need a break um, to just sit and like, why are these eyes so big? To just sit and like do my own thing again instead of like worrying about posting everywhere all the time, every day. Oh gosh, Alexi, like I'm so sorry to like hear that. But I'm glad that you got like that you're safe. Let me put it like that. So key art, do you mean like splash art? What kind of if you had to like describe your ideal company to work for, like clients to work for, who would those be? I'm confusing myself. There we go. Wizards, of course. Of course, who doesn't want to work for wizards? Oh, hey, I know. Do I. Hold on. Do I follow you? I think I follow you. I'm sorry. I'm just like. Sometimes I'm like better at recognizing people's art than their names, you know? But I've seen this one around. This one's great. I think this one definitely like shows a step up for you. Like it looks like you leveled up here. Yeah, we were talking about it like I think yesterday, Nika, when we were talking about this, Wednesday night. Yes. We were talking about this on Wednesday night, where it's like you kind of like, as an artist, need to have like the privilege to be able to stick it out until you like break into until you're like able to like get that job that will launch you into the career, so to speak. Yeah, you're welcome. They're well-deserved words. But yeah, it's like tough because I got like a review Wednesday from Wild Blue Studios. They do like reviews on Twitch every Wednesday. I don't know if you've ever been or seen them or whatever. But it was basically like the feedback was, nice work, you need to spend more time like rendering, and if you want to like work on like wizards or the stuff that they make, you really need to like spend maybe like 200 hours or whatever on a painting. And my main question to that was like, how would people make that work if you not like need to pay bills? You just so how to participate is like have your link ready, like have it copied on your clipboard, or even have it ready in their chat for when they go live, and then just like hit enter as soon as they go live, because it's like first come first serve. They usually have time for like 2 portfolios. It's on Wednesdays. Check their schedule. Like, it's on their Twitch schedule. For me, it's like 8:30 at night. Alexia, I think for you, it's going to be 7:30 at night. Yeah, another red race, exactly. But yeah, so like the week before, I like got in third, and they stopped reviewing just before my portfolio was up, and it was like, damn, because it's like late for me, and if I'm like amped up that late, I don't sleep well, because I'm like, there's like too many things going on in my head right before I go to sleep. So I was like, oh damn, I do not want this. I do not want to be there like week after week trying to get my portfolio reviewed. So I was there like 10 minutes in advance, just hovering with my finger over the enter button, waiting for them to go live, and then as soon as they went live, I hit enter. Yeah, like they say they're not focused on like Riot style, but obviously with them being so used to like Riot, and like I think a lot of them do come from Riot. It's going to be feedback like through that lens, you know what I mean? So I feel like if you're going to go there, like be prepared for like work that's going to, or I mean feedback that's going to like keep that in mind, to as in like it's going to be feedback with that goal in mind, like working for Riot or working for League of Legends, like splash art and that kind of stuff. No, I've seen some concept art. I think the person right after me was like more concept art focused. So, they're used to doing concept art and illustration. I'm gonna skip this break for a second because I haven't done much. Yeah, they do concept art too, but like they're gonna be looking for like, either Magic the Gathering or Riot style concept art, I think. Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely different kinds of art in there, I feel. I'm just not sure like how open they are to like the more sketchy stuff. Like there was some valid critique for me in there, definitely. Like I could there were some comments on like how I should like, there were obvious signs that I was using 3D in my illustration still, and I agree that I could like work on painting over them more. But spending 200 hours on an illustration, like I'm not sure if that would get me where I wanted to be or something. I'm just not sure. Apart from the fact that I'm not sure if I can like justify spending that kind of time on yeah, that's kind of the thing, like I'm not sure how, because then like if you work for like $50 an hour, right, as a so I mean like to make that work as a freelancer, where's my Where's my calculator, guys? Oh, there it is. Yeah, but like if you're if you're paid for, that would be like 10K for an illustration that you would have to be paid to be able to make a living on like Wizards, on like just illustrations for 200 hours. If it's like, what do you mean it works? Not like this. You mean for, you have like, if you have 3 illustrations going on for, right, because yeah, so if you're working on them for 4 weeks and you're getting paid $1,000, how would you pay your rent? Like, how would you get groceries? Because life is more expensive than that. You need to like be able to spend less time on an illustration to be able to make a living from that kind of stuff. And yeah, so Nika, like one of the people I talked to on the stream in the chat, like they said that they spent 200 hours on like a practice painting, and then they said I would probably be able to replicate that in like 150 hours now or something, which is still a far cry from like being able to make a living if you're being paid like $1,000 per illustration and need to like make that work. I'm just kind of doodling here, by the way. Like, I'm not really focused. I'm glad you guys came in the chat because I like discussing these things. Like, I think it's really interesting. Yeah, all right. I'll see you later. So Nika, let me show you the character sheets I made real quick. Because people were so silent on the stream that I could fill them out really quickly. So I was like done before you even got here. I didn't know how to stretch it longer. Don't worry, I'll open them up again for you. Hold on, let me look them up, because where did I put them? character sheets. Here we go. Blue. So I ended up doing blue, Nergui, and red. Open, open, open. There we go. There's red. Yeah, so I took like your the examples that you sent me, which was like super helpful because I also thought they were super fun. And then I'll like give them maybe a board or two, or like do something different with this because I'm not sure how much I like this frilly border for like Netherrealms, but it was fun to like fill these out, and I have like one duplicate in here, which is like introvert or extrovert, I think. But they were fun questions to answer, and like I did not always like know. I did not always know the answer, honestly. Like sometimes I was like, oh, what would they think of this? Which is kind of fun, since it allows me to like get to know them better and think about, oh, what would they do in that situation? Yeah, exactly. Like what would red and blue do with cooking? Like, I don't know. Nothing. They don't eat. But yeah, this was fun, and if you like, even like after the stream or whatever, if you have any questions that you think would be fun to like put up here, because I left like an area for questions from others. But yeah, if you end up having any, then feel free to let me know and I'll add them in. So yeah, those are here, and so I had like moved on to just like sketching a portrait for Nergui to like go in the thing, like a color one. Oh, is that like the like being introvert or extrovert, like the NT whatever? That one. Thank you. The Myers-Briggs. Yes, exactly. I can imagine that would be fascinating. I'll have to look up a good website for them to I've read some criticism, like actually at my job I've done like some personality tests, but like more, I would say, nuanced ones. Like the system that I did was like you had like 4 bars of like hold on, red, blue, yellow, green, and everyone has like certain amounts of these in their personality, which is like red being like assertiveness and like be brief. Let me see if I remember the description. This was like be brief, be bright, be gone. This one, blue, was like give me details. Yellow is involve me, and green was show me you care. And so the funny thing was they had two versions. They had like a version which was basically you at work and you at home. And so their method of like calculating that was like if this was like the full thing, this was like 100%. Then if you were like super green at work, your red would be like, whoops. This part would be your red at home. Get it? So for me, it turned out that like my red was like, I don't know, somewhere here at work when I had to like be, you know, like satisfy certain standards or whatever. And then when I was at home, my red would like go all the way here, and I would be like, I often say it still to my husband, like my decision-making energy is gone for today. I cannot, don't make me make decisions. Like I still do it, just because at certain points I want to like get things done, which is like, it's still there somewhat, I guess. But I am way less red at work than I am at home. Which is kind of funny how that worked out. And it's an interesting test because it's nice because it's like it's pretty like nuanced in the sense that it shows like all the facets of your personality basically, and also in like different situations. Hold on, I might still have like the folder in my somewhere. Hold on, let me take a look. Nope. No, I don't think I think I put it somewhere else when I was like when we were moving, like I think I just put it because I'm in the old house. I know where it was, but I don't know where it is in the new house. Yeah, I'm just like Googling like the Insights Discovery, that's what it's called. I was just Googling like the catchphrase, be brief, be bright, be gone. Insights Discovery Test. There we go. That's what it is. I'm not sure if you can like do it online, but I think, you know, it was very interesting to see. Look at me leaving her with one eye all the time. Yeah, it was really helpful for us as a team, I thought, because it was just like, I feel like I understood why people acted a certain way much better after doing this, and why why I sometimes thought like, oh, that's not the way I would do it. Oh, that's cool that your roommate did that. So lots of conversations about like personality types, huh? Let's see. Oh. It's cool to see like all the different techniques that people use to like analyze their characters, like create their characters and stuff. I'm still really looking forward to like using tarot one time to like develop a D&D character or whatever, or like a new story, but that's like way down the line. I'm not gonna work on a new story before I have like Netherrealms well underway, but yeah, it would be fun to do like a tarot reading for a character. All right, so let me make some reference real quick. Let's see, Nergui, where are you? Yeah, I really like the I've said it before, I think, but I really like the way you can like customize characters. It's been really helpful for the comic to have the presets for all the characters, so I can just like load them in and get drawing. Let's see, where is Nergui 3D? There we go. Doot. There she is. What does Twitch do with like artistic nudity, by the way? What if I like accidentally load like a buck naked character in here? Will I get flagged? Where do I? There we go. Save this out. Just don't draw porn. What date is it today? The 25th. Alright, let's see if I can kind of match her So usually what I do, like when I have the character loaded in, is just like go for, like take a pose as like a standard, or like a base, I mean. Just so I have like something to work with, so I don't have to like start over every time. But you know, obviously I don't need the hands, so we'll move those down. Whoops, don't move her whole thing. That's 242. Don't. That's awkward. Go away. There we go. Let me make a new camera. Oh yeah, see, the Clip Studio thing, 3D thing, is like something, is the thing that I never like got used to. Oh, it's in there. What the hell? Interesting. Just because I think I was already like so used to Clip Studio, that I like, or I mean, I was already so used to Daz that I was like, how does it work in Clip? Like, what am I supposed to do here? I might just start to sketch over once I have the ref. Just because I like the face of her shape so much better in this. Which one's clunky? Like Daz or no? Because you don't have experience with Daz. I'm really curious to see the ref tools like in the next version, honestly, because it looks like they're making some big changes, especially with like the hand copying thing. Where you can like take a picture or take a video, and then the model will like copy the pose of the hand in the 3D model. Like that's pretty next generation kind of stuff. It's a weird lump in her. Whatever, we'll draw it out. There we go. Yeah, it's there's like shaping tools. Hold on, let me. So this is saved. Yes. Okay. Let me show you. So this is this woman. Let me see. The standard basic female that you just get with Daz. You get like a guy and a girl, whatever. And you get like some basic clothing. Last time I checked, basic wear. I'll just like get rid of that. The standard is obviously like super thin, super big boobs and whatever, but you can adjust the character here. No, here. Hello. I'm messing everything up. There we go. Actor. There we go. I think the green ones are like the ones that I added later. There's like a pack that I downloaded from somewhere. But you can even make her like, I don't know, have her give her really awkward proportions, but it's nice to like tweak stuff. It can get really awkward, like ta-da, if you want to go like all surrealistic. But there's even elf ears in here. That's nice. And there's also, like, if you want to, yeah, so I know the nose. Come on. Oh, really? Was this all added in? Yeah, I would say yes. I think from what I remember, this pack is free. So I think this one gives like a lot of options to customize the face without like having to spend anything. And I think like as like an introduction, you get a few freebies from Daz. So you can pick those up too. But it does give like a lot of customization options. And yeah, like compared to other parts, like it's pretty easy to pose them. One thing I would love is like being able to like take a picture and then, yeah, exactly. So the green sliders are a pack that I downloaded. Where is it? Parameters. There we go. Actor. Yeah. So it's a big pack. Like it adds a lot of functionality that I didn't. I think I was looking for. I'm not sure what kind of. I was looking for like some kind of adaptation to the face that I couldn't find in like the pack, and then I started googling and I found this. So if you like Google SY200, then it should come up. But yeah, it's really helpful. And one thing I would love is to like be able to like strike a pose in real life, take a picture, and then kind of like transfer that to Daz. I don't know if that functionality is in there, but that would be like an amazing plugin, honestly, because obviously, like if you want to say like, oh, okay, I want this hand to go like over here in front of her, that can get kind of, you know, awkward, as you can see, so it can take some tweaking. So it's not always like super fast or super ideal, but yeah, it's definitely less clunky, I think, than Clip. No. Where is it? Great. Is it free? Or did I make you happy with like nothing? Hey, Nico. No, that's fine. I was just here talking to myself. Until Nika and Alexei came along. I will export this. Yes. So I can do the lighting in Blender. Loading, loading. It probably will make your life easier if certainly in terms of like creating reference and like getting quick poses. And maybe if you like adjust the faces, like being able to just draw over it instead of like having to match it by eye. Oh wait, I'm doing this wrong. Where did my... Oh, there we go. I lost my chat window for a second. Okay, so import. Have you looked at Blender as well, Mika? Actually, there's some lighting things in DAZ. So, like to start out with, especially like the portrait commissions that you do, you might not need Blender at all. It's just that I know Blender better than DAZ, so I find it easier to do like my reference in here. Yeah, exactly. You do know about the donut tutorials, right? Like once you decide to get into them. Okay, good. There she is. Go away. Oh, good. What did you work in back in uni? Whoops, there she is. Oh no! Okay, so there was some good communication going on there. Gosh. Hey, but at least you got to experience multiple no bones. Multiple programs. Yeah, well, I mean, if you kind of like know your way around a 3D program, like I do feel like a lot of it will translate. Like I was able to pick up Blender fairly quickly just because I already knew Maya. So like it's probably gonna be like an adjustment period of like getting used to it. I know my husband like already switched 3D software twice. Like we learned Maya in school, and then he started Maya in his first job, then they switched to 3ds Max, and then he switched jobs and they were working in Maya again, so he had to like relearn Maya. Let's see, what do I want to do with the lighting here? You can go away for now. Yep. I really got like compared to what it used to be, the possibilities for like live rendering are so amazing. um, it used to be that you had to like set something up and then render it and like kind of hope that you did it right. And if you were troubleshooting, you were like changing something, rendering again, changing something, rendering again. And now it's like all instant. It's amazing. Yeah, the render times were like insane. And I used to have like a really crappy laptop too when I like started out in school. Because, you know, neither me or my parents had any idea what we were like doing. So I just like bought a laptop, and then it turned out like it was a horrible choice for like a gaming education. Yeah, exactly. You just need to like know the principles, like know what it's like to work with like vertices and faces and how to avoid like the rendering mistakes and, you know, lamina face and that kind of stuff. And once you kind of know that, then the terminology might be like different, but yeah, Max, I'm confused. I'm forgetting like what they used to use Max for. Um, I think that was mostly modeling, right? And Maya was mostly animation. Oh, Miko, why did you? Well, what was it like? Honestly, 3D was like the worst subject for me in uni. Like, I was like, just let me draw like the 2D things. I will never properly be able to work in 3D. Which I still don't. Like, I hack my way together, but nobody cares anymore because I'm not working in like a 3D pipeline. Blue floor. Do I want specular? No. This is kind of interesting. Why? It's not lit enough. Okay, good. Let me put a kicker in there then. You know what's also supposed to help a lot? Photography. To like get an idea of like how to set up portraits and that kind of stuff. No, I want a kicker, not a ring light. What did you study, Nika? So it wasn't gaming. Wait, what does... Oh, wait. Animation, photography, film, and new media. And new media is like gaming? Oh, right, Miko, do you... You could just, like, if you want to, like, recreate a scene, just take like, a scene that you think is cool from, like, another illustration and try to, like, rebuild it. Because I know, like, it's tough to, like, think of something right off the bat. If you're just like, oh, okay, I'm going to learn this, but I don't know what I'm going to do. But it might help to just learn it by just rebuilding something that you already see, because then you also have, like, something to check it against. Oh gosh, Nika, like, the new media thing. Um, I used to, I used to go. I went to, like, an art school in um, in my hometown here in Utrecht. Um, when I was like 15 or whatever, but it was very artsy fartsy. So I was like, the only thing I wanted to do was, like, draw and, like, do figure drawing and learn how to, like, draw accurately and, like, techniques and that kind of stuff. And we were doing installations and, like, art gallery museum stuff, and it was so stupid because every time I, like, tried to actually do something to, like, hone my craft and do something seriously, they were bashing it because it was, like, super bad and there was no depth and whatever. And then I once, for, like, an installation thing, I made, like, a box, like a mousetrap kind of thing, and like, you know those spirals that you cut out of paper where you, like, start at the edge and then go inwards more and more. And I just, like, hung that above it, and they were like, oh, it's so close but it's also so open. It was like, this means nothing. Like, it literally means nothing, and you think this is the best. Like, what the hell? Um, oh, nice. Yeah, that sounds like a great overlap to have. Very chaotic. I guess because um, all these colleges were, like, still so new that it was still, like, they were still figuring stuff out themselves, I guess. All right, I kind of like this. I saved it out. I'm being a bit more slow than usual because I'm talking to you guys. But that's fine. Oh no! What a movie. Wow. You had to sit through that? Through, like, 90 minutes of just dots? Let me close this off. Taking up valuable resources. That one too. I'm surprised like you didn't walk out and like protest or whatever. Though that might have resulted in a fail. Man, what an experience. Alright, I'm just gonna like use this real quick to get all these proportions right so I can get to like the actual rendering, because otherwise I'll be here forever. There were the kind of people present? What do you mean? Oh, time for a break soon. Let me just finish my thought. All right, I'll take a break. Here we go. Ugh. Oh yeah, see, like to get credits, like okay, then you're like gonna stay and just watch the thing. But geez, what a thing to have to sit through, like 90 minutes. I guess you were also like pretty young, probably like 18, 20. I'm not sure how daring you get at that point. Yeah, exactly. At that age, you don't walk out, I think. It was weird. We were at like a candlelight concert last weekend, and it was like a concert where you would expect like lots of fans to be, like it was I think Joe Hisaishi. He's like the composer of Spirited Away and like all the Studio Ghibli films and stuff. So they were playing his music with like an orchestra of four, like three violins and a cello. But like after, I don't know, 3 songs or something, the concert was just like an hour. They were playing like probably, how many songs is it? Like 12 or 20 or whatever. And people like walked off after like 3 songs, and I was like, why? Why would you walk off after songs? Like every song, there would be a couple people walking off. Yeah, weird, right? I have no idea what because they didn't come back either. It's like, oh, maybe it's a bathroom break, but it was like 3 people at a time, like the whole group, and then walking away. Really weird. The concert was nice though. It was cool music. Thanks. It's funny, I really think these sketches are like kind of like the ugly stage. At least like there's a very fine line for me between like a beautiful sketch and like the ugly stage. I think at this point it might verge on like nice sketch and ugly stage. I was pretty happy with like how silent it was like with fireworks in our neighborhood until now, but I think they've decided to actually start doing their thing until the end of the year by now. Yeah, it does. It does take a while. Like sometimes, like you land on like a nice like end phase for a sketch, and then you start putting in like the I don't know, the rest of the shadows or whatever, and like for example this. I know there's like a lot more that I need to add to like make it I guess accurate, which is why I'm like really in awe of like people who make every move they do very deliberate, basically. I find that very impressive. And yeah, regarding the fireworks, like honestly, it might just be the neighborhood, but my old neighborhood was like way worse. There would be a lot more kids doing fireworks like right in front of her house because it was like a big open field. So that was like a big invitation for all kinds of kids to start what's it called? Firing off their fireworks there. Wait, so in Slovenia is our fireworks banned? Like completely? Okay, so Slovenian people basically are way more civilized than Dutch people. That's what it comes down to. Yeah, there's always going to be dumb people, but so have you been kind of like able to catch up in your commissions and stuff? Like, is it still manageable? Yeah, perfectionism is a bitch. So do you kind of like keep track of how much time you spend on each commission? Like, do you have any idea what you need to spend in terms of like time to get something finished? Oh, okay. So you're not like selling commissions for, I don't know, 4 hours of work, even though you know you, or even though you end up like spending 10 hours on them or something. Yeah, the letting stuff go is tough. I guess you could always like drop it in chat or something if you're not sure if it's like good enough, and like get someone else's opinion, or maybe like let it rest for a day and then see how you feel about it before like spending more hours than you should on it. Yeah, that's tough. Though, of course, good value for your customers. Let's be real. She's a bit yellow. There we go, blue eyes. Because that's what she has. Yeah, definitely just like feel free to ask like for some quick feedback. I mean, I think the thing that we really need to like look out for as freelancers is that we don't like lose that colleague connection. Like it's really valuable to have like people around you to bounce like thoughts off of. Otherwise we get too stuck in our own minds, and that's dangerous. Which is funny because that's the advice I've been giving to like a friend of mine and everybody else at this point, and then of course I like go and do it myself. But and you don't want to like raise your prices to make it match with like the level of polish that you want to deliver them at. Well, I mean, you also like it sounds like it's really stressful, so I would say maybe like I have like two tiers of like portraits. So one would be like rough color, which would be like me doing basically what I'm doing now, and taking it a little bit further. And then I also have like a higher price tier, which I spend more time on, but then also cost more. So maybe you could look at like having something of a different tier like that, where you like feel okay to spend that much time on it. Yeah, exactly. Because then, yeah, that would like justify you spending the extra time on it, and you wouldn't have to like feel so stressed, but people would still be, it would still be accessible for them to commission you for like the prices that they're used to from you. I'm sorry to hear that, Miko. You know, it hasn't been going swimmingly for me either, honestly. Yeah, it's tough to like find something that's accessible pricing, but then also like something that you're happy enough with to like offer as an actual option. Yeah, I get that. I guess it's like finding that middle ground, you know, like where can I make the client happy, and but how can you like, it needs to still be feasible to like do your work, obviously, because otherwise you'll just like burn out and then nobody will getting any art from you, which is also not what we want. Yeah, maybe you're just like being very hard on yourself, and you can definitely get away from with like polishing your artwork less and still get those clients. It's also like a matter of experimentation, maybe. Honestly, I was having like the exact same conversation yesterday. It was like, oh, don't be so hard on yourself. Don't be like so impatient, because I was like having a hard time with like um, the offer, the special offer thing, like kind of bombing for my. I felt like it was bombing. Like, and then we looked at the numbers and it was like okay. Like, there's been a 20% increase in like pledges for this month, which is great. But I only feel like people pledged like. People started really pledging after I put up that thread, like, oh, okay, I almost quit Netherrealms. Which I like really appreciate people doing that. It's just I hope I didn't like guilt people into like pledging. I'm sure I didn't, but still, it's a worry. Yeah, Miko, oh man, if I got a penny for every time that I got that comment. But honestly, like, Custom art is just, it's hard to, it should be hard to come by. Like, it's kind of funny that it's become so accessible due to like the internet, but honestly, having a painting of yourself, it used to be like, or like a custom painting, it used to be like an elitist thing, only rich people got paintings that they wanted. The rest just had to like make do with whatever artist felt like making. Yeah, right? Exactly. That's I don't want people to like commission or donate out of pity. I want them to donate or like pledge because of like a belief in Netherrealms or like me as an artist or whatever. But on the other hand, I was talking to Lois about this yesterday, and she was like, you have like you try to like present yourself as very put together, and like polished and stuff, even though you're not, like I would say a mess like anybody else, which, once you like put that struggle out there, it humanizes you a lot more, which makes people like more inclined to like be engaged. My friends keep telling me I should. Yeah, how do you pronounce this? Ko-fi coffee? I don't know. I'm a call it Ko-fi. I think. No coffee. No Ko-fi. But yeah, it's I don't know. Like it does honestly, like it does give me a great feeling. Like if someone wants to support me, whoops, just because. Crap, there we go. Just because they love my work and want to like support me and see me do that more. But yeah, it's like awkward to actually ask. Yeah, coffee. Okay, fine, coffee. But yeah, it's tough to ask. Especially if like you ask and then nothing happens and then you're like, oh, okay, so I probably I don't know if I should have asked or if people will hate me now or hey Captain, how's it going? We were just talking about like commission struggles. Yeah, exactly. And it's tough, like, we were, talking about, like, how can you just, like, show more of your human side? Which I just find, like, really hard to do. Not because I don't want to, like, share anything about myself, but it's more like I don't know what people would find interesting, and I also don't want to be thinking about it like all day, every day. Like I know, for example, Lois, like, she shares like stuff that she does, and then posts it to like her stories, her Instagram stories or whatever. And I told her like, if I would have to keep that in the back of my mind like all day, I would get so frustrated because it would like take take up so much brain power that I would be constantly thinking like, hey, should this be social media content, you know? Then I wouldn't like be able to relax anymore. So I'm not really sure where like how to approach like the middle ground of like being approachable and vulnerable, I guess, but also like not having to, like being able to somewhat keep work and my private life like separate. Yeah, exactly. I don't know, it's like weird because I sometimes I think like, okay, my like people don't respond as much. It's kind of weird to think like if you don't get like the feedback from it in terms of like likes or shares or whatever or comments, like really do people really find that important? But then it kind of like feeds into like this really larger scale of like um, what people think of you, like what image they have of you. Um, you know what I mean? Like it all adds up in the end, even though the pondering thread might not like get a lot of likes or whatever. Okay, Captain, so what have you been pondering about today? The Inquisitor is like a character you're working on? Oh, like painting the mini? Man, if there's anything that I do not know a lot about is like Warhammer. That's like all um, all smoke and mirrors for me. Okay, so it is an illustration. Is it now? I guess you like drawing armor more than I do. I almost think like she looks a bit like Vi from Arcane here. It's just Warhammer is just pure aesthetic, no function. Gotta have those. Gotta have those fandoms. Honestly, I have a lot of things that I know are ridiculous, but I love it anyway. Like corgis, they make no sense, but I love them anyway. This is Nergui. She's the main character from Netherrealms. And I was filling out the character sheets earlier, but I don't really have like a color portrait of her, so I figured I would sketch one. But I just filled out like these, where is she? Where are they? Here she is. I filled out like a character sheet earlier with like all their character traits. Also for like, no, not that one. Wait. Oh. Oh, did I? Oh, there we go. So yeah, I filled out these character sheets for like 3 characters, just to like get to know them a bit better, because it was fun to like see the differences between them, how they how they would look at life. So that was fun. I'll share those like on socials later. Whoa, Miko! What made you decide to get a Shiba instead of a corgi? I like Shibas, but I feel like they're incredible drama queens. Thanks, Captain. Did I say that yet? I don't remember. Shibas are super cute. Every time I think of Shiba, I have to. Do you know that that video where there's like a Shiba who's getting, I think they're getting shots, and so every time someone touches them, they go like ah, and then they're happy again. and then they go like, ah, every time someone touches them again. It's so funny, but the only videos I've seen is of like Shibas being super drama queens. It's really funny. But maybe yours is like more chill. Whoops. Let me take those two. He lost his ball, so he's super chill. I don't know, man. I've seen some neuter dogs that were not chill at all. Like what? What annoying things does he do? Does he like have that screaming bark that they have? That's not the color. He sounds cute. I would love to get a dog one day. Yeah, it's something why did I start doing this? I started doing this because I wanted like my colors to be like more cohesive and like everything to blend together more without me going in for like 5 million hours and like brushing everything together. So I basically like lay my foundation with this. And then, hold on, what do I want to do with this? And then move on to like brushing at like the very, I don't know, it's like one of the last things I do. So this is like basically how I start out with everything. Which means like some kind of base color and then but kind of like layering colors on top. I can recommend it. It's fun too because it like really forces you to like focus on like light shapes instead of lines. There's a couple challenges in there, of course. For example, when you have like a transparent thing in there and like wanna fill it up kind of. But you know, at this stage is like, I'm calling it happy little accidents for the most part. Oh man. What's his name, Miko? 7 years already old for like a, well, I guess that's like middle aged. How old does Shibas get? Took the words right out of my mouth, Captain. Keto. Cute. So how old? I'm guessing like, I think beagles got to be like 12 on average, 16 if they're like lucky. So I'm guessing a Shiba would be like around the same age. The same life expectancy, let me put it like that. Yeah. Oh, okay. So, I mean, he's not that old then, is he? Like, seven out of, or 8 out of, well, I mean, I guess 12. Yeah, it's all relative. I think I saw a post on Reddit about that not too long ago, like owners worrying about, like, they're starting to worry about their dogs when they turn 7. Worrying about them, like, getting old and stuff. But still, 15 years, you know. He's got 15 years in him. Middle-aged. Yeah, okay, I guess I guess 50 is also the age where humans start to complain about their joints and stuff. It's annoying, isn't it, that you can't explain it to them, like, no, I'm keeping you inside so you will be less in pain tomorrow. Like, trust me. There's one more glaring mistake I want to fix, and then I think... Do it, Nika. Do it. And make one on Mastodon too, and like Tumblr and stuff, not just Twitter. The thing I find like so reassuring about like Tumblr and Mastodon is that they like don't suppress links or whatever. You can just post them and not be worried about like your post being lost in oblivion. Oh my gosh, he does look like... Did you give him... I'm like imagining a Shiba with an eye patch right now. Like a pirate Shiba. Aw, man, your dog sounds like the cutest. Red bow tie. Get out of here. A distinguished Shiba with one eye. I love it. Yeah, I can imagine it needs to be like a special occasion bow tie, because otherwise they tend to like not like those kinds of frills, do they? They try to like take them off. All right, I think I need to go make some dinner, so I will leave it at this. Put on the, whoa, not like that, Jesus. There we go, that's what I wanted. Dude. All right, guys, it's time for me to log off. Thank you for joining me and like chatting with me. Give your Shiba some hugs from us, Miko. Oh no. Thanks. Yeah, I need to like keep it like during my office hours, because otherwise I won't manage to like get a good night rest, or like rest up enough for me to keep doing this. So hope to see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. That's really kind. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.